Hi, I'm astrologer Penny Dix and welcome to another Astrobite. And today, Sunday, March the 2nd, is about Venus, and Venus is going retrograde. So what does retrograde Venus mean? Because it goes retrograde today, and let me just get my notes up, at 10 degrees of Aries. And it'll go back into Pisces, but it won't go direct again until April the 13th. So we have Venus in this part of the sky, Pisces, Aries, for quite a long time. And at the same time as Venus going retrograde today, we've also got Mercury, our planet of communication, conjunct the North Node and conjunct Neptune, the ruler of Pisces. So this is quite a powerful day energetically and kind of sets the tone for the week ahead, for the month ahead, actually, because March the 1st was yesterday. And here we are already in this energy. Now, what do we do with the Venus retrograde? How does it affect us on a personal level? Well, it can be good for revisiting past relationships to bring closure. It can help us reassess our self-worth. It can help us really look at our personal values, helps us be reflective. And what it does is it kind of urges us not to rush into new creative projects, but to actually work on the material we've got and refine it, continue to make it better and better than it can be. But it's not a great time to start a new relationship. Because what can happen if you start a new relationship when Venus is retrograde is the relationship itself may lack long-term stability. It's not a great time to make massive purchases of massive financial decisions or buy beautiful things or go and have kind of plastic surgery. If that happens to be your thing, I wouldn't do it with Venus retrograde. I think it's about reevaluating our financial situation, looking at our budget. Sometimes what happens is we discover areas of our financial situation where the money is going out and we're not aware of it going out because we've got all these subscriptions to lots of different things. And we realize we've got like $100 going out a month and we have no idea what we're paying for. So it's quite a good time to actually kind of look at all these things and think, nope, don't need that, cancel that, cancel that. Sometimes with Venus retrograde, the planet in general will want to go back to the old days. So we might see fashion changing. We might see everybody thinking, oh, I loved the 50s fashion when women wore those great big lovely dresses with big full skirts, for instance. But that's the kind of thing that can happen when Venus is retrograde. And it is a great time for inner work, to redefine who you are, how you approach love with yourself, how much you love you, how you value yourself, how you value your own financial situation, how you manage it. It's a really good energy for that because remember, Venus rules Taurus, and Taurus is the sign that represents our financial situation, our material assets. But Venus also rules Libra, which is about beauty. So that's why I'm saying when Venus is retrograde, it is not a good time to rush into anything. This is a good time to try and bring closure to situations in relationships, whether it's a friend relationship that's gone a bit sour or a love relationship. This can be a chance for us to really reflect on what we really, really want and not to rush into new commitments. Not a good idea, because my sense is they will falter. They will not last. So what happens from an astronomy point of view is Venus will appear to move backward in the sky from our perspective on Earth. Venus goes retrograde about every 18 months, and it lasts for approximately 40 to 43 days. So it's quite a long time. But it is about reflection, reviewing things, reassessment. And it is about love, value, and all of that kind of genre of activity. So if we actually look at the chart when Venus goes retrograde, then it's actually conjunct the moon. The moon is coming up in Aries to be conjunct Venus. There's something here with this energy of the moon and Venus. Remember, the moon is also feminine. The moon can also represent the people. It can also represent other people's money. And if you think about Venus representing money, there is something here about the debts that need to be repaid. Now, sometimes debts need to be repaid not necessarily literally in money terms. It needs to be repaid in a gesture of generosity, for example. So Venus retrogrades are a really good time to show that generosity to others, to show also the generosity to yourself. But conjunct the moon, I think, is quite interesting because also Venus is widely conjunct Chiron in Aries at this time. And so there is something here about the healing of the body, the healing of the wounds, the traumas that we carry, the traumas that happen within relationships, because Virgo is on the midheaven of the chart when Venus goes retrograde. And Virgo is about, our physical body, our wellness, our health, our mental health as well. So there's something here about, through the period of reflection over the next month or so, to take advantage of the chance for healing. Now, also, Venus, when it goes retrograde, is actually, interestingly, not making any aspect to any other cosmic body. What we do have is Jupiter in Gemini is squaring the sun in Pisces, because remember, we had the new moon on Friday the 28th. And so actually it's coming up to an exact square, which will be in the next kind of 36 hours, they will be exactly square. And that's going to kick off the energy again of that new moon, especially when the moon comes up to conjunct Jupiter in a few days' time, when it's moved through Taurus and into Gemini. That will be very interesting, but I'll come to that in another Astrobite. So the fact that Jupiter is still making this hard square to the sun is trying to make us aware of, in actual fact, of the conversations we have with ourselves. How hard are we when we talk to our inner being, our inner child, our inner soul, our inner psyche? How kind are you to you? How good are you at parenting yourself? How good are you at getting yourself out of a procrastinating time and kind of empowering yourself to move? Because I think that is very relevant with this energy at the moment, because when a planet like Mars or Venus go retrograde, and remember Mars has just gone direct, when we have this kind of energy, it can make us kind of think, oh, well, I'll leave that till tomorrow. I'll look at it tomorrow. It's okay. It's not important. It is important. You are very important. And there is something about the energy of Venus retrograde that is saying, don't forget how important you are. You are this spark of the life force and energy that came into the physical body that you're in and is living on the planet. And this gift of life that gets so debased, so devalued. It starts with the individual. If we can individually value ourselves, then we're working with the astrology. We're working with the Venus retrograde and saying, okay, bring it on. I can work on myself. I can recover myself. I can find that spark of special uniqueness, that life force within me, and enhance it and bring it out and empower it and live my life every single moment of every single day. So we've also got today Mercury conjunct the North Node and Neptune. Communication over the next few days is going to be very much about the future. And this will be on a personal level. We will be looking at how things can unfold. It will also be on the world stage. There will be a lot more discussions going on how to solve the problems the planet is currently going through. So let's move on to the word for the day, because the word I chose is actually value, because I thought this is really a really important word because of self-worth. So there's an unknown quote to start with, which is, your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. An unknown quote, another unknown, was know your worth and then add tax. I like that. You've got to pay me tax. Alicia Harris said, the moment you feel like you have to prove your worth to someone is the moment to walk away. Now that is very profound. Tim Fargo said, if you want to improve your self-worth, stop giving other people the calculator. Makes sense. Albert Einstein said, try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. Warren Buffett said, price is what you pay. Value is what you get. There's another unknown one here that is, it's not what we have in life, but who we have in our life that matters. And yes, we all know that. Albert Einstein said, "The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive." And finally, Socrates said, "He is richest who is content with the least, for content is the wealth of nature." I like that. Nice energy. So, there we go. Another Astrobite. And I'll be back again soon with some more. And actually, we haven't got much exact kind of astrological energies this coming week. They kind of start again next weekend and beyond. So, but I might do a couple, as you know. I will find a reason to talk. I always do. So expect something from me. And of course, we're heading towards the Virgo lunar eclipse. So we are in eclipse season. So there is going to be the build up to that energy. So that's going to be super interesting. So thank you very much for joining me. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and welcome to all of you who are newly subscribed. I suddenly had a bit of a whoosh, a tsunami of new subscribers. So bless you and thank you so much for choosing to follow me. And let's see what is going to unfold this week. And in the meantime, have a great week, have a great day. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye for now.